So today we're doing a deep dive into the 2026 state of B2B sales enablement and, specifically distilling this down into a practical playbook for you, the VP of sales. Because look, right now, like 90% of organizations have these dedicated enablement programs.
Right, but seller productivity is actively dropping, which is honestly wild.
It is. You've built all this infrastructure and the output just stalls out. And frankly, CFOs are not waiting around for 12 months anymore to see if that massive enablement investment paid off. They want quarterly proof of revenue impact or, that budget is getting slashed.
Yeah, which makes this a pretty existential moment if you are a VP of sales. I mean, the playbook for 2026 demands a complete teardown of how we think about supporting sellers. It's not about creating more material. It's really about finding out why the current system is actively working against your team.
Right. And the sources highlight this shift perfectly. To fix the ROI problem, we have to look at the current failures. The old build it and they'll use it model, it's completely dead.
Oh, totally dead. And the core of that failure comes from what they call the ivory tower problem. So enablement teams are basically building these elaborate, distinct learning portals, right? But they're forcing reps out of their CRM to go consume the content.
Yeah, it breaks their state of flow entirely. I was thinking it's like building a massive, beautiful library, but putting it on an island with no ferry.
Exactly.
Like if a seller has to context switch out of their daily workflow just to access an objection handling video, it's just a workflow disruption. By the time they come back, the deal is cold.
It is a total disruption. And because the enablement team built that separate portal, they fall right into the activity trap. I mean, they have to justify its existence. So they measure success by portal logins or module completion rates.
Which are basically just vanity metrics, right?
Completely. They have zero correlation to closed-won revenue. And then you combine that with a monolithic approach to training, like delivering the exact same generic curriculum to inbound SDRs and complex deal AEs.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Right. You aren't just being inefficient. You are actively creating cognitive clutter for your specialized sellers.
But, keeping sellers in the CRM only solves half the problem. Even if they don't have to switch tabs, throwing an enterprise case study at an SDR who's just trying to bypass a gatekeeper is useless. So how does the right material actually reach them?
Well, the sources emphasize the shift to outcome-first enablement. You start by finding the revenue leak. So say deals are stalling at the demo stage. You reverse engineer the fix from there.
Okay, so you find the gap first.
Exactly. Then you deliver the fix via zero-click enablement using AI.
Wait, I have to push back here for a second. The sources also mentioned AI tool fatigue is a huge problem. Aren't we just adding more noise? Like, my reps already have severe tool fatigue, and now I'm having an AI ping them mid-call.
It sounds like a total nightmare, yeah, if you are still buying disjointed point solutions. But the 2026 mandate requires platform consolidation. The AI isn't a new tool buzzing at them. It's a silent layer natively embedded inside the CRM they already live in.
Oh, I see. So it's not some distracting pop-up.
Right. The mechanism here is context awareness. So if a seller is on a call with a healthcare prospect and they bring up hypercompliance, the system reads that real-time transcription.
Yeah.
Then it dynamically surfaces the exact compliance talk track. 0 clicks.
That's wild. So the cognitive load of searching is entirely removed. The AI is acting as a real-time co-pilot.
Exactly. But eventually you still have to face the CFO.
Right. And if we aren't using completion rates to prove the system works, how do we actually prove the ROI to secure the budget?
Stop reporting adoption metrics. The sources point to behavior and outcome metrics instead. Improve talk-to-listen ratios on discovery calls, win rates, deal sizes.
But connect the enablement directly to those metrics on a chaotic sales floor? I mean, that seems incredibly messy.
It is messy, unless you use a strict test control methodology. You have to isolate the variables. You don't just roll out a new competitive training to the entire floor and hope revenue goes up.
Right.
You build a targeted pilot group and a control group. For example, you route a specific vertical's leads equally between both cohorts over a quarter. Then you track the delta in their behavior. Did the pilot group actually use the new discovery framework?
And then you measure the delta in their outcomes. So you're really isolating the enablement variable.
Yes, exactly.
So the goal isn't to walk into the CFO's office and say, hey, 100 reps logged into the portal. It's to show hard data. Like, In identical selling environments, the reps who received this specific training increased their win rates against our biggest competitor by 15%.
You got it. You're bringing the mathematical proof of revenue impact. That shifts your identity from a cost center that just creates content right into a strategic partner actively filling revenue gaps.
It's a total paradigm shift. I mean, as a VP of sales, your survival relies on embedding those tools seamlessly into seller workflows and ruthlessly measuring the real-world delta in performance.
Absolutely. It's the only way forward.
Definitely. But, it does leave us with one massive question to chew on. If AI enablement platforms are now automatically analyzing deal context, dynamically surfacing the perfect case studies, and triggering personalized coaching interventions based on real-time behavior,
Yeah.
well, what exactly does the day-to-day role of your frontline human sales manager look like tomorrow? Something for you to ponder.